What's up? Welcome back. Today we are in chapter 29 of Proverbs, and the title of that text is "The Fool Utters All His Mind," starting in verse 1. He that being often reproved hardeneth his neck shall suddenly be destroyed, and that without remedy. Verse 1. At the end of God's patient call to obedience comes sudden judgment against the obstinate in 2 Kings 17:13-14. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Verse 2. People groan when oppressed in Exodus 2:23, or devastated in Lamentations 1:4. Whoso loveth wisdom rejoiceth his father, but he that keepeth company with harlots spendeth his substance. Verse 3. This could refer to the father's or son's substance, since a father is responsible for a son's debt and a son hopes for the inheritance. The outcome is the same. The king by judgment establishes the land, but he that receiveth gifts overthrow it. Verse 4. The Hebrew in the second line could refer to one who receiveth or who gives bribes, either of which subverts justice. A man that flattereth his neighbor spreadeth a net for his feet. In the transgression of an evil man there is a snare, but the righteous does sing and rejoice. Verse 6. Sin contains the seed of self-destruction, but the righteous person rejoices in security. The righteous considereth the cause of the poor, but the wicked regardeth not to know it. Verse 7. The cause referred to a legal decision in Ezra 7:26. Scornful men bring a city into a snare, but wise men turn away wrath. If a wise man contendeth with a foolish man, whether he rage or laugh, there is no rest. Verse 8. The wise encourage peace by their concern for justice and for the well-being of others, and by their speech full of truth and grace. The bloodthirsty hate the upright, but the just seek his soul. Verse 10. The second line is difficult to translate. It is literally, "And the upright ones, they seek his life." Do bloodthirsty men seek to kill the just? The phrase "seek his soul" almost always means try to kill, but just is plural and his life is singular. Or do the just seek to take care of the upright? That fits best with the rest of Proverbs, and seek can mean to demand justice in 2 Samuel 4:11. A fool uttereth all his mind, but a wise man keepeth it in till afterwards. Verse 11. The last line is literally, "but the wise one in the end steals it." This could mean that a wise man eventually quiets the fool's ranting. If a ruler hearken to lies, all his servants are wicked. Verse 12. A ruler who likes to hear lies will end up accumulating wicked attendants. The poor and the deceitful man meet together. The Lord lighteneth both their eyes. The king that faithfully judged the poor, his throne shall be established forever. Verse 13. To meet means to have something in common. The Lord determines the quality and outcome of the lives of both kinds of people. The rod and reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. When the wicked are multiplied, transgressions increases, but the righteous shall see their fall. Correct thy son, and he shall give thee rest. Yet he shall give delight unto thy soul. Verse 17. Rest means being free from emotional and physical threats in Job 3:26. A wise son provides necessities as well as delight in Genesis 49:20. Where there is no vision, the people perish, but he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Verse 19. A foolish servant only responds to corporal punishment. A servant will not be corrected by words, for though he understand, he will not answer. Verse 20. A fool is less likely to get into trouble if he is not one who speaks rashly. Seest thou a man that is hasty in his words? There is more hope of a fool than of him. Verse 18. Vision, like instruction, probably refers to the inspired wisdom in Proverbs. True happiness is found within God's plan. He that delicately bringeth up his servant from a child shall have him become his son at length. Verse 21. A servant, like any other person, needs to be prepared during his youth to fulfill his life's responsibilities. An angry man stirreth up strife, and a furious man aboundeth in transgression. Verse 22. The proverb is similar to chapter 15, verse 18. The hothead's resentment causes him to seek a pretext to escalate every difference into a fight. He is ruled by his passions. A man's pride shall bring him low, but honor shall uphold the humble in spirit. Verse 23. Pride comes from a root that means exaltation. Being high, while humble means being low. The proud person denies dependence on God and resents submission to God's plans. Whoso is partner with a thief hateth his own soul. He heareth cursing and bewaileth it not. Verse 24. Associating with the wicked is self-destructive. In an unsolved case, the legal system will announce a curse on the perpetrator and any accomplice in Leviticus 5:1. If witnesses came forward or the thief turned himself in, they could be exonerated in Judges 17:2. But God's curse would be on his partner if he refused to testify against the thief in Zechariah 5:3-4. The fear of man bringeth a snare, but whoso putteth his trust in the Lord shall be safe. Verse 25. A snare can be fatal. Fear is literally sheer terror in 1 Samuel 14:15. A wise person does not fear mortal man. The only one to fear is the Lord, who is able to protect or to destroy in Luke 12:4-5. Many seek the ruler's favor, but every man's judgment cometh from the Lord. Verse 26. Many try to sway a ruler, but the fact that he might be swayed makes him less reliable judge than the Lord. An unjust man is an abomination to the just, and he that is upright in the way is abomination to the wicked. Verse 27. To detest an unjust man is to agree with God, but hating the upright is wrong in Psalm 69:4.